That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is BLACKWATCH with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God want man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. BLACKWATCH. Let the show begin.
Yeah. What's going on, fam? ISUPK.com is the website. I'm Commander General YAHANNA, man, getting it in from back in the middle of the day, huh? We getting up there, man. We've been putting it in.
You're getting younger. I'm getting older, you getting younger. That's how this works.
We up in the building. I got the heavy hitters in the building with me. Big shout out to General Hyman in the building, y'all. About to be out in Arizona getting it on. General Micah Allah in the building. 25-year, 30-year vet. General Hazayan in the building. Old school. Holding it down, man. A lot of years, man, doing this thing the right way, bringing this truth worldwide. Got Yediah holding us down tonight. Him and Ibad. Hold it now. Yediah got the helm for a minute. Officer Morale will be back soon, but Yediah can hold it down as usual. Big shout out to him and Ibad doing the stories, man. Let's get it on. A lot going on. Everybody, I hope everybody had an absolutely horrible Christmas. Like they were supposed to. I hope the misery was high. I know when you rode through the hood, it was nothing but arguments, man. Arguments and fights and people getting drunk and people going to the hospital, man. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. It felt good to ride through and be totally unscathed by the Christmas BS. It felt so right to not be caught up into the demons of Santa Claus and under the pressure of Christmas, man.
Damn right.
Like that demonic holiday, man, had tons of blacks and Latinos. I mean, it got a stranglehold on blacks and Latinos. It's damn near like you got to serve that God. And brother, to not be in that spirit felt real free. I know the brothers felt real good, during that holiday. Felt real good to not be a part of it, be involved in it, or anything like that, and to serve them evil gods, man. And that evil spirit of Christmas, which is such a selfish, disgusting, vain holiday. You trying to have Christmas, man, and half your family is on drugs.
God. And you know, something I figured out this season, man, that these Christians, man, they know, okay, some of the ones that know that it's wrong, the ones that know that this is looked at as unclean or not right, they know that, but still keep up with the tradition. My mother blew my mind about something she said. I went to pick up something from my mother this year, and I went to the door, so she opened the front door and she handed it to me. She said, "Yeah, I brought it to the door, so you ain't got to come in here to see this mess." I said, and I'm forgetting Christmas and all that. I ain't even thinking about it. I said, "What's going on, Mom? What you mean mess? What's going on?" She said, all these, these decorations. Oh, the Christmas. She said, yeah. I said, yeah, I appreciate that. Now I just took the thing, but the fact she called it a mess, you know what I'm saying? The fact that she know to bring me in here was like bring me in a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Something unclean was the vibe. but yet she still have this thing going on. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the family. I walked away like, damn, that's peculiar, man. I guess when the Lord bring his wrath, people going to deserve it because they know, you know, something is wrong, but still do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it.
You right. They know how evil it is, but still hold it down. Still keep it going. Still keep this empire running with it. And it's such a Babylonian custom. And when you really go into the research into that tree and into that Babylonian custom, man, you know that this is an enemy that has been up against the Most High for 5,000 years. Yeah. Like the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of Nimrod and that whole holiday has been a thorn in the Most High side for 5 years. And that's why it's so important that the children of Israel come back, these 12 tribes, because the 12 tribes coming back means that this holiday and this demon finally gets conquered, man. Can y'all hear me?
We're good to go.
That means that this demon finally gets conquered. This demon finally gets slayed and finally gets out of the lives of our people, man. And let me tell you something. Oh, I meant to tell y'all this. Oh, man, I meant to tell y'all this. I went out so-called Christmas Eve. I rolled out about, I'm not even sure if it was, it was the night before so-called Christmas Eve, right? I jumped in my car. It was late night. I was making a run, going gas up. So I'm in the car. As I pull out, I notice I see somebody in a car. It's dark. I'm looking like, what's going on over there? It's 2 a.m, something like that. So when my headlights hit the car, I see a dude in the car with a female kissing and hugging all up on her, right? I said, oh, okay, the lovebird thing. I bank a left out, go 2 blocks. I see another car. Headlights hit it, same thing. Brother, I saw 2 more of those before I got back from the gas station. 4 for the one in one night, which is unusual in my neighborhood. And brother, I came to one conclusion, that hoeing was reaching its maximum height during the so-called Christmas. You understand? That illegal coochie was all over the damn streets. That's what was going on. It's so demonic, man, and so satanic. And listen, and the pressure was making Jake snap everywhere. Everywhere they were snapping all over this place. So that was it. Salakia.
You die. I'm sorry, Salakia. Please.
Flight cancellations snarl holiday plans for thousands. Airlines continue to cancel hundreds of flights Saturday because of staffing issues tied to COVID-19, disrupting holiday celebrations during one of the busiest travel times of the year. FlightAware.
Go ahead, Salakia.
FlightAware, a flight trafficking website, noted nearly 1,000 canceled flights entering, leaving, or inside the U.S. Saturday, up from 690 flights scraped on Friday. Over 250 more flights were already canceled for Sunday. FlightAware does not say why flights are canceled.
Let me tell you something. The coronavirus is doing its job. Like that pandemic is doing its absolute correct job. And its job was to disrupt this empire. And it did exactly that. And now even the Christmas got harmed. Like that virus is a plague from the Most High. And it did its job. Canceled 1,000 goddamn flights of people flying to go worship that damn Nimrod tree and that demonic holiday. So that was a beautiful, I mean, you know, hey, it's doing its job. You can't deny that.
Okay. That's it. Even the so-called New Year's, sir, you know, they put out a statement that they would advise everybody to stay home and not do this New Year's. But they know they can't make it an order or they'll have January 6th all over again. You know what I'm saying? So that they just advised them.
Which is amazing too. It's amazing how.
But they, you know, I know they're gonna be determined and go on and get that virus. Good for them.
Like, it's amazing the warfare that the virus is doing in that. Salaki, did I cut you off, General?
No, we couldn't hear you for a second. We hear you now. Slocky.
Okay. It's amazing what that it's amazing what that virus is doing in that virus, okay, is they're fighting the virus and fighting the virus to get to catch the virus. Like they angry and fighting to take on the virus.
Yeah.
Like, it's doing its job all the way around.
Got it on one.
You know what I'm saying? Which, once again, you know, is a beautiful thing if you can see the Most High and what the Lord is doing. It's always a good thing. If you can see beyond yourself and see that the Lord is real and that the Lord is in here and that the Lord is bringing forth these prophecies, it's important that you're able to see it, because that's proof that you should do all that the Most High called you to do, man.
Yes, sir.
That's straight proof that you should do it, because he's showing it to you before your eyes. And another beautiful part, if I could real quick, is he's showing it to you not by your pastor and your preacher.
Yeah.
Not at all by them. Instead, he's showing it to you through the prophets of the Lord, the I.S.U.P.K. Go ahead. Somebody was trying to get in, so log it.
If I could say one quick thing, sir.
Please.
And the coronavirus is so beautiful. Of course, it's a terrible plague. And of course, my heart, like I know your heart, sir, and the rest of us, goes out to anyone who's lost family members to the coronavirus, because we're, of course, in this job to save lives, not for them to lose their lives.
Damn
but in
right.
fact, our oppressor is up against an enemy that he is ill-equipped to fight, because in actuality, the cure to fight the coronavirus is to do the one thing that he cannot do, even if it meant saving his life, and that is to make less money. If he could be willing to make less money, he could end this pandemic, but he would have to send everyone home.
Yeah,
He'd have to mandate vaccines, which would make people not come to work. He'd have to send everyone back home. He'd have to shut down and make less money for a longer period of time, which is what countries did over in Europe, where they were shut down. And they were shut down in 2 years before America even acted like it was a serious thing. I remember when Donald Trump was saying the reason that the coronavirus numbers keep going up is because you keep testing people. He said, I'll never forget it. He said the numbers are only going up because Fauci keeps testing people. If you stop testing people, then the numbers won't go up. I said, good Lord. I was home like, oh my God. Well, by then, Italy and Sweden, they were shut down a year.
Yeah.
Go nowhere. Cops outside walking up and down the street. In India, they was whooping you with sticks if you were outside.
That's right.
You're behind with a stick. But America just will not make a penny less money than they have to. And so their virus just perks back up. They go inside for a short amount of time. And then the minute you come back outside, the virus is outside waiting on you. And you would have to stay inside until enough people are vaccinated, but you would lose some money, and they cannot lose any money. So they rush back to work. And that's ridiculous that people are still going to work. Clearly, they should shut down again. It's about that they should shut down. They should shut the whole damn thing down again, send everybody back home again. That is obviously the answer. But that's an answer with a loss of money, and that's an unacceptable answer to our oppressor.
That's true. That's true. Damn right.
And now you got the planes. They're trying to keep the airports open when the stewardesses are home sick with the damn Omicron variant.
Right.
They're sick. So they're not coming in, because then you got to be 14 days home when you're exposed to it. You got to stay home 14 days if your family member gets it.
Yep.
So then no one is at work because they're catching the coronavirus. But God forbid you shut that thing down. God forbid you don't just clamor and scrape and scrounge for more money at every minute. And so then now you got to go sit 14 hours in that airport. And Lord have mercy, that's a terrible thing. As you know, sir, working for you, I fly light. I fly quite a bit. And the last time I was in the airport, I promised myself that I would never be someone curled up around an outlet laying on the floor in the airport. and it happened.
Oh, damn.
And I remember laying there like, God, this is what I said. It was never going to be me. Me, the crowd laying on the floor of wherever the hell I was, crowded around the goddamn outlet. This is it. It has finally happened to me. Please.
If I may, sir, confession good for the soul. When we was in Vegas, me and I.S.U.P.K held Shamar at our post.
Oh, listen.
we had the outpost locked down.
Oh my goodness! Listen, the water boy. Listen. They caught me out there, sir. They saw me down there laid out flat, looking like a damn buffalo down there on the goddamn ground.
God
damn. What else can I do? I had to charge my phone.
You was doing it for the work, hell. You was doing it for the work, hell.
It's like it put you there. The phone is dying. What else can I do?
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, and imagine what it was like flying for Christmas. Oh my God.
Yep.
God, it's like you're living in that airport now.
Yeah.
You're in that airport 3 days, and it was some Russian woman, some Edomite, that was there 3 days.
Dang.
She asked me to use my charger. My charger wasn't available. But she was there she came up behind me and said, I've been here 3 days. Now imagine what it was like this Christmas, all to gobble up any Christmas money you can, even though the TSA workers are home sick or on quarantine.
And you think they would have learned from the brothers and sisters that died in the candle factory in Kentucky trying to make Christmas candles. Like you said, they don't never stop winning a dollar, even if it means that the so-called tribe of Ephraim got to die in the candle factory. Which makes no damn sense, man. Like, that's how much that God of that 5,000, and that's what killed me. I don't want to hear none of that garbage from you Christians that jump up and say, well, you wasn't there back then, them thousands of years ago. How you know that was true? I don't want to hear none of that, man. You love to scrutinize all of that, but ain't nobody scrutinizing Christmas. Christmas is a 5,000-year-old satanic holiday from the Babylonian Empire. But ain't nobody questioning that. Ain't nobody saying I ain't gonna have that holiday because it's 5,000 years old. But when we challenge you on the scriptures, then you want to say, well, that book is 4,000 or 5,000 years old. How you gonna go by what was in that book? You still worshiping the gods from back then, but you pushing the book off. Damn that. You know what I mean? We're gonna hold the gate for the Most High. To hell with that.
That's right.
Man, right, John.
You done? I mean, I'm still like you.
If I could, sir, the Lord said this: the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Like the pride that, our person got and want to keep that money going, knowing, like how you said, to shut it down because of what's going on, it's deceiving him. And ultimately going to be his destruction. Yeah, for all the evil that he has done us. So now the Lord making his heart stoning through all these things. There was an article I saw today where they trying to now reduce the quarantine time from 10 days to 5 days.
Damn. They ready to let people. They ready to let people just die. They ready to let them just die. They gonna come up with a solution. The Edomites ran in that capital. They gonna come up with a solution that lets a good number of them die.
Come on, come.
You know what I mean?
Come.
Amazing.
They know the thing takes, and this one's supposed to be more contagious. Oh man, I got to tell y'all what I heard. Now this is speculation, y'all. All right, this is a little speculation. Little speculation trivia, if y'all don't mind. This is not built in fact. So now, if y'all stop me now, it's only speculation. I'm all right. I'm gonna leave it alone. It was juicy, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't have the full proof yet. If the proof come along, then I'll bring it out.
No sweat.
But Yeah, that's heavy, man. You know what I mean? Like this variant is worse. Yet they want to reduce the days.
Yeah.
They tired of the workers. And once again, this coronavirus gave the slaves such a break. So much so that people found other ways to survive and decided they're not coming back.
Okay.
That's another big part of why they can't keep these businesses open.
Yeah.
Because they was paying people so bad and such grovel wages that now people found other ways to survive.
Yep.
And said to hell with that and decided they're not going back. You know, man.
Okay.
Please. I mean, I hear Edomites talk a lot. They talk about, well, let it happen. Let them die. It's thinning the herd. You know what I'm saying? It's thinning the herd. So a lot of them are okay with, not taking a variant or people not taking a variant and dying. Them purge to them.
Yeah. Once again, being a greedy man, he would like for the numbers to go down. He wants them numbers lower. Less numbers means more. He gets more to eat.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He don't know the Most High working on his numbers.
Right. Right.
They think their riches will protect them.
Good.
Yeah.
Of course, the poor have to come in contact with far more people than the rich. Some brother out there, going out and working for sanitation and dumping your trash all through the damn COVID-19 stay-at-home virus. He has to touch your garbage and be around a lot of people and be in a totally unsanitary place while you're able to rub your hands with Purell every 10 minutes. He's a trash man. He dumps the trash every day, and the rich don't care about him. And of course, if you're some rich person in Silicon Valley, you don't ever have to see people. You never even see a person any damn way. Or if you're some lawyer doing briefs over the computer and doing Zoom courtrooms, you don't ever have to see a person anyway. So why would you care about how many people the COVID-19 virus kills? You won't care at all. But God will kill. God will care. He'll care. And he'll be just. That's right. That's what's coming very shortly. Salakia, sir.
Damn right. Because they even came out with it and said how higher workers, upper management workers all were able to work from home. But the lower workers could not. You know what I mean? They didn't have a work from home program for them. You know what I mean? They about to get one. They about to figure it out.
You remind me of a story. I think Amazon. It's two people exposing Amazon because Amazon was having them work such horrible hours and wasn't letting them, take off. And two people died back to back, like hours apart. Working up.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
What they died for, probably because of the COVID. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and it's so evil. Like, and no one should ever say they care about human life or care about the environment if you celebrated Christmas. You put so many people's lives in danger for Christmas.
Yeah.
And think about all of those Amazon workers who deliver those packages, who had to go to work every day in that warehouse and those packages so you could celebrate Christmas when they're going to die. Some of them are going to die of the COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
They had to work because they had to be around all of those people to deliver your packages.
Yeah.
To lose their lives when if you were just simply willing to give up Christmas, how many factory workers would you have saved their lives? Let alone the candle workers in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Live now. Think about this. Before the fire, you had 500 people crammed into a warehouse making candles in the middle of
bring them up, you die.
Epidemic. They're going to die. Their abuelas and their cousins and their grandfathers, they're going to die of the COVID-19 virus because they have to make candles because you have to celebrate Christmas. So they have to go to work instead of sitting home getting that damn good check that they gave you for at least a minute. They gave out that good stimulus check. Those brothers and sisters could stay home, get that stimulus check and stay home. Instead, you have to celebrate Christmas. So they're pushed into the factories and warehouses to what? Ship you and your stupid child some video game? Some video game that you wear on your damn eyes so you can watch pornography in virtual reality. They have to die of the COVID-19 virus. And all you had to do was give up Christmas so that they didn't have to go work in crowded conditions.
Yeah.
You just had to give up Christmas and you couldn't do it. You don't care about the environment. You don't care about anybody living. You care about your own selfish lust.
Yep.
And that is it. If I could say one last thing, sir, to go back to what General Mayak was saying about his mother. And that's really what this whole thing is about. General Mayak brought up the story about how she knows that it's wrong to celebrate Christmas. She's embarrassed. She knows it's not about Jesus, but she just has to do it. And that feeling is prevalent through every addiction. There is one that smokes cigarettes that won't be a little ashamed to do it in front of you.
Yeah.
You know what they'll say, sir? They'll say, I'm going to get off of these things one day.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to stop these. Or homosexuals. Every homosexual, go ask one. They don't want a son. They don't want their son to be gay. They don't want their daughter to be gay. They don't want that life for their children. They understand how they got that way. And they understand how terrible it is. They don't want that. But I know it's against the Bible. I know it's not really right according to God. But I'm trying to make myself right. Everyone just allows themselves a little compromise for lust and sin, and that compromise will not be satisfied. It will continue to grow and grow and grow. Yeah. Now we have the time when everyone could have said, I love the white baby Jesus, I love the reindeers, but for the people that are going to die of the COVID-19 virus, no more Christmas, no New Year's Eve with the ball dropping. So it is so evil in that, sir, New York has to shut down New Year's Eve or else people will come to it.
Yeah.
Why does the government even have to shut it down? Why does New York have to cancel New Year's Eve? Why can't the government just say New Year's Eve is open to anyone selfish enough to come? If you're selfish enough to go to Times Square and New Year's Eve and risk killing all of those grandmothers and grandfathers and people who are ill and have pre-existing conditions, then go. But no one should go there who cares about not murdering someone with your own germs. That's it, sir. So long.
Amazing. Give it up.
Stay-at-home acts bring about positive environmental effects.
Not that one, Salakia. There's another one they got before that, sir. They have another story about, I told you just to put the COVID-19 stories together for you.
Right.
And here's another one about the environment. And then there's another story about how the environment got healthier for that 1 year that everything was shut down.
Damn.
What was the other environment story? You read it earlier, Maya.
Get back.
Snow.
Oh, yeah, the snow, all the different, how it snowed in Oregon or Seattle.
Right.
That was
right.
Yeah.
If you had that, there was a snowstorm in Oregon or someplace. I think there was some type of snowstorm in Hawaii as well.
Damn.
I remember hearing about that one.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Damn.
Snowstorm in Hawaii, and I think Seattle or Northern California had a snowstorm.
Damn.
I mean, God knows when. Say again. Is that what it says? Please say it out loud. You can go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Snow reported in Seattle, California, as parts of U.S. gets unlikely white Christmas.
So meaning places that would never get snow, like in Seattle and in the Napa Valley of California, there's snow the hell out up there. Keep going, Warrior.
A white Christmas arrived after all for parts of the western U.S. Snow pounded mountains across California late Saturday after it gave the Seattle area a rare show Saturday afternoon. There were multiple reports of snow falling around Seattle, and the National Weather Service said snowy, difficult travel should be expected on local roads. A seemingly endless pattern of low-pressure fronts from the Pacific were striking the West Coast with cold storms.
Someone look up when the last time it snowed in Seattle. That can't be often, sir. And once that's that environment, and that's because there's a terrible ruler in charge of the earth, sir. That was it, sir.
That's exactly right. Damn right.
Like the Lord, sir, Slocky. I apologize.
Go ahead,
sir.
please jump in.
Like the Lord gave the earth a rest, like how GEN.YAHANNA was saying. Like it was the rest of the earth. Now you see what happened when the earth get the rest. When you ain't being greedy for gain and for money and for filthy lucre, the earth gets the rest, and that's the result of it. Things get back to being natural again. You know what I mean? That's why the Bible says about, the earth's going to tell you that the wicked are in rulership. You know what I mean? So when we get in rulership with our King Christ, we're going to let the earth rest like how it's supposed to. Those 7 years going to be instituted. You understand, sir? And it's going to be right. Earth of... Sir?
Explain what you're speaking about.
Oh, in the scriptures where it says, you got to let the land rest for a certain period of time. Where you can't, you let the crops just go like how it's going to go. You can't do things to the earth and the land. We're going to do that under our King Christ. Right now, the oppression of one on the earth, he don't care about that. All he care about is now filthy lucre. I'm going to say one thing. So we was down in Florida. I was talking to the brothers, right? And I was asking them about the alligators and the snakes. And he said what they do is they take a bunch of alligators out of an area that they want to treat and put them somewhere else. In a big old pond or something, somewhere else, and cultivate an area that they was already in. They don't care about the land. They don't care about, what it's going to affect. All they know is they're going to build on this land to bring forth more money. That filthy lucre. They ain't let that land rest. You know what I mean? It's like that out.
No, that was right. Give it up, yo. Just keep going.
Missouri police arrest.
You can do the other story about the environment now. This way. Here's the other one that Howes was speaking about.
Let's do
it. Stay-at-home acts bring about positive environmental effects.
So, sir, this is the research that they did. Now, how long was the stay-at-home order in America?
Almost about a year, right?
About 1 year. That was 1 year where everybody in America stayed home virtually. Keep going.
As the coronavirus sweeps across our globe, leaving millions indoors, we are beginning to see a positive change in the environment.
Damn.
China is striving to halt the spread of COVID-19. Fewer cars are driving, hardly any factories are running, and in turn, skies are clearing up.
Sir, they were shut down for 1 year. And the hole in the ozone layer got smaller. The sky cleared up. And that was a year after they've been destroying the environment for what? Since the 40s?
Yeah.
Since the 40s, since the industry started.
Industrial Revolution.
The Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
Since then, they've been destroying the planet. They stayed home 1 year. The sky got better. 1 year.
Damn. Somebody was trying to speak, Salakia.
Please, no, go ahead.
I mean, that's amazing. Was somebody speaking?
Yeah, he's going to finish it now.
Go ahead,
China is known for its heavy smog that drapes over its major cities. Marshall Burke, an assistant professor at Stanford's Department of Earth System Science, said the better air quality could have saved between 50,000 and 75,000 people from dying prematurely.
Oh my God! Wow. Because of that year, and there's no smog with all the what's the word?
Carcinogens.
The people that would have died from the air pollution.
Right.
70,000 people lived because there was no smog and factory smoke in the air.
Dang.
70,000 people.
Dang. Listen, the coronavirus is doing its job.
Chill
Hold
out.
on, come.
You're damn right.
Damn
Like
right.
that is insane. Like they worried about global warming and carbon emissions. All they had to do was shut down, and it corrected itself.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me so angry. What you just said. Because, sir, how many years have you had to hear? I remember when it wasn't called what's the climate change? It used to be called global warming, which
That's right.
you just said.
When they first started.
That's the early 80s. It was called global warming.
Oh.
And they talking about all of this mess with the straws and the turtles and the damn plastic bags.
Remember, they ended. Sorry to cut you off, General, but remember they ended you using aerosol sprays. You had to stop air sprays and air fresheners in the can because they said it was messing up the ozone layer.
All of this. All anybody had to do was just go home for a year. Just go to your damn home. Go in there and shut the door. and that's it. It's just like how I said. It heals, and it heals itself quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some more numbers, sir. Go ahead, Warrior.
The reduction in air pollution in China caused by this economic disruption likely saved 20 times more lives in China than have currently been lost due to infection with the virus in that country.
Come on.
Damn.
Hey, listen, now this is from Stanford University, all right? We didn't make this in our crazy cult. This is Stanford University. This is them telling you this is what you got to do. You just go home and the whole thing gets better. For a year, you're gonna save the lives of 100,000 people who are going to die from the smog that they're pushing in the air to make everything. To make plates and cups and all of the mess that's made. If they stop making it for a year, 100,000 people are going to die. I mean, excuse me, are going to live more than the people that also are going to live because they're not spreading the coronavirus at work. Please continue.
With the country slowed down as a whole, air pollution levels have dropped by roughly 25% over the last month.
Did you hear that? Now, I'm going to stop now because 25% over a month, you know what 4 months would make it, right? Air pollution dropped 100%.
Right.
100%. If you did it for 4 months, it's 25% for 1 month.
You know, that means the breathing gonna be better. You might not even need the damn asthma spray no more.
Oh
it
my
takes
God.
away all that.
All of the problems everybody is having with that COPD and the fog and the smoke and the emphysema and can't breathe at all anywhere.
Come on.
And out there in Los Angeles where the air quality is like you just dying because you're breathing out there. You're breathing in death and cancer when you breathe out in Los Angeles. Oh my God. 25% in 1 month. Please continue.
A drop in oil and steel production and a 70% reduction in the domestic flights has heavily contributed to falling carbon dioxide usage. But the biggest driver was the sharp decline in China's coal usage. Coal-fired power plants and industrial facilities have ramped down so employees in high-risk areas can stay home. Levels of nitrogen dioxide, a pollutant primarily from burning fossil fuels, were down as much as 30%, according to NASA. China is the world's biggest producer and consumer of coal, using this resource for 59% of its energy in 2018.
And sir, do you know why? Of course, they said NASA, right? Because NASA sees it from space.
Yeah.
Dang. Space and see the dark, pissy cloud over everything that's caused by factories. And our professors lust for money. And then they look and it's 30% less in a month. So this cloud up above the earth is 30% less in 1 month. And of course, those planes not flying, burning all of that jet fuel, It creates a better environment and better breathing air, but you lose a little money doing that. You lose some money, so you all just have to die.
Damn.
Go ahead.
If I may, sir, there was a movie that came out this week called Don't Look Up, and it's about this asteroid that was supposed to hit Earth. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio is playing, the genius devil scientist, and he warned them, saying, "We got 6 months before this asteroid hit." So he goes to Esau. You know what I mean? Esau is Meryl Streep, supposed to be playing a female version of Donald Trump. They send rockets at it. You know what I mean, their fleet to go direct. You know what I mean? The meteorite that's coming. But one of their devil scientists said, wait a minute, that meteorite has precious minerals. If we break it up and reduce the impact, we can make money. So they aborted the mission about breaking
you talking about the movie though? Yeah, y'all want to see it?
And then they die. So.
And then everybody dies.
Shalom.
You saved them the trouble of watching the movie. Everybody dies. Now save your money.
You died, spoil the whole movie, huh?
But I get your point. I think your point is our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. Really, the earth is hurting because of poor governance.
Yeah.
And the coronavirus, of course, the solution is right in front of everybody's face.
Yeah.
Might have to make $52 trillion opposed to 55 or 60 or something like that. Salakia, sir.
Which I don't think they want to do, sir. I don't think they want to get rid of that money. That greed for money is too much for them. That lust of having more is too much for them. That lust of power. You know what I mean? Like this with this short time of this lockdown and everybody sitting there, the earth get a chill. Can you imagine what it would be if we really did 7 years, sir? You really imagine how it would be? How the earth will regurgitate itself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, even the doctors tell you that your body heals when you rest and sleep. You know what I mean? Like that's natural. It heals when you rest and sleep. So now imagine what the earth would be like if it got its proper rest. It's proper rest. You know, to be a whole new place. But once again, bad rulership, bad leadership, gotta have that money. And they destroying earth. Well, the Lord said he done had enough. Here come the variants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they got proud. I'll never forget, when that cat, the mayor or the governor of New York, Cuomo, made the comment that it wasn't God that did it. We did it.
I remember that.
He said, we did it, sir.
He said, God ain't sitting here. We are.
Next thing you know, he out of office. He out of office. And the Mosai said, you want to make those comments? Really? Here come the Omni.
Omicron.
The Omicron. He done transformed it and gave you something worse. And he make you more proud. Like how the Bible says in Romans 9th chapter, he made the heart of Pharaoh's heart pride, where he just want to resist everything.
Right.
That's what the Lord got going on right here, sir. But they resisting everything now. And the Lord is showing them the destruction coming to them because of the pride in their heart. Salakia, sir.
Damn right. Give it up.
What's on Christ, sir?
All right. We got more?
Please. I think that's it on that story. We good to go on that, right? Anything else you need?
Khan. Missouri police arrest woman who allegedly killed boyfriend with sword after taking meth on Christmas Eve.
Damn. She had a Merry Christmas. Give me some more.
Missouri police arrested a woman accused of killing her boyfriend on Christmas Eve with a sword after the couple allegedly took meth earlier in the day.
Damn. Like once again, go ahead. Let me let you go ahead.
The Cape Girardeau Police Department responded to a 911 call just after 11 p.m. on Christmas Eve for a report of suspicious activity at a home, according to police. They found a deceased man identified as 34-year-old Harrison Stephen Foster in the basement of the home with multiple stab wounds.
Damn. I mean, to be thrust through with a sword.
Mm.
You know what I mean? During Christmas.
Multiple times, sir.
Multiple times. I mean, she thrust him through, not slashed him, but thrust him through. Like she did the Zorro. You know,
She can blame Mortal Kombat in there.
Come.
Mentality,
Yeah, man.
And is
We
that
show you-
her mugshot?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
We show you the madness of that so-called Christmas, along with a little meth.
Christmas.
Right.
Come.
She probably still high in the mugshot. Damn. Thrust him through with a sword.
Yeah. You know,
Merry Christmas. Go ahead, Jim.
No, I'm sorry, sir. No, that was me, sir. It's like it, you know. You know, they so happy and want to be so joyous and want to live such a good life and think it's all about having fun. Now here comes the drugs. Now you can't have fun without taking drugs. Without snorting some coke, taking some meth. You know what I mean? You can't have no fun. It won't be no fun. So that's exactly what's going on. And that's what's going on with these holidays, what they don't want to talk about. They holler about Christ and Christmas, all that filth, but it's a lie. But they ain't talking about how high they getting during these holidays. All the coke and the weed laced with PCP and fentanyl and all the pills they popping to have a good time. You know why? Because any other time of the year, you hate the person you're around. You hate them, you can't stand them. Ain't no love going on. Ain't no brotherly sisterly love. But to be around them, you got to be high just to tolerate them. Just to tolerate what's going on.
And when these holidays come along, it bring on a depression because these holidays, they don't live up to what you felt when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It don't live up to that joy, that real joy you want to recapture. So it's like, damn, something missing. Because I read the black people saying that a lot of people in the world is saying this holiday was less joyous. You know what I'm saying? And that's that holiday demon that come along. You get depressed, you miserable, because life really don't match what this be. You know what I'm saying? So
that's heavy.
You go hit that meth. You know what I'm saying? You snort that coke. That's it, sir.
Hey, give it up, man. Give it up. That is such an important point. If I could, that's such an important point General Mayok brought out. That you go out there and try to celebrate that so-called Christmas. And the problem happens when the thought in your brain of how Christmas is supposed to be and the real world that you living in, when them two collide.
God.
When you come home and it's not a beautiful house with a Christmas tree with lights everywhere and mistletoe and eggnog waiting on you, but instead it's a house where you've been fighting for years, where you in poverty and you in hell, the neighbors banging on the wall, God knows what else is going on, shooting going on. Then reality hits you in the middle of that, and then that's when depression sets in.
God.
So like you just brought out, which was so important, then the next phase is you got to go get high, which means every drug dealer loves Christmas.
Yeah.
Because he gets paid on Christmas. Every drug dealer loves it. You understand? He ain't against Christmas. Will show you why you can't sell drugs. You sell drugs, you're not going to be able to be against Christmas.
Yeah.
You're going to have to show up for all the fees during Christmas. Some people can't go even see their family during Christmas without getting high. They refuse to go. If the drug dealer don't come and bring them, or they don't get to go to him and get the drugs they want, they not coming to the family reunion. Because they know all the evil that went on, all the molestation, all the rape, all the evil that went on in their youth. Now, you got to go back to the scene of that crime and climb up in that filthy room with all these other sinners and evil people that seek to further their evil. And now you got to walk up in there and high and kisses and hugs and all this fake nonsense. Forget about the different philosophies. And now you got to walk up in there and pretend like everything is all right. That's the reality that hits you. The reality is you can't enjoy a holiday in this place while you're in hell.
God.
Like their Esau's holiday is for the rich and the successful and those with no care in the world. Christmas is important to them. Them Edomites that's living good and living high on the hog, Christmas is important for them. Because Christmas is just icing on the cake for the wonderful life that they live.
Come.
You understand? Like they got the pretty dog and the car in the driveway. And they playing the Christmas carols.
Yes, sir.
You trying to do that and you cannot. And a bullet is coming through your window.
Yeah.
The girl is out there sleeping on somebody else because both of you not in the truth. And she's hoeing to the next height. She's hoeing like she's digging into China.
Come.
That's what's going on in your real life. We'll show you why that holiday was never for us and we should never follow it. And I halfway feel sorry for you when I see you worship it in that Christmas spirit, because I know you depressed. Is why you racing across town to get to the dinner, getting in a car accident, arguing, cursing people out. Mad as you could be. You understand? And this is just a wicked ass thing. So what you brought out is heavy,
Yeah.
Give it up. Give it up one more time, please, y'all. Because it was heavy how you made it clear that that's two different worlds. And the Christmas that we were looking for is on TV.
Right.
That's Home Alone. Macaulay Culkin or whatever the hell that little Edomite's name is.
Right.
Right. That's
Culkin, right?
Yeah, something like that. You know, all them little Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Right.
That's what you looking for. Give me some more of them. You got a bunch of them out there where, you know, they go through all adversity and in the end, you know, Christmas saves them all. Say again?
It's a Wonderful Life, but I don't know if any kids know what that is. It's a Wonderful Life.
Home for the Holidays is another one.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The movie Home for the Holidays. I mean,
all of them.
That's a black.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, all of them. You know what I mean? And you think that's how life is supposed to be, you know, life is supposed to be that way. When your life is not that way. You know what I mean? And if Christmas does anything for you, here's what it does. It gives you a reality check that your life is hell in this place without the truth.
Yeah.
It gives you a reality check that you are in hell without the truth. No family cohesiveness whatsoever.
God.
I drive through the neighborhood, brother. Everybody arguing in their house. Everybody arguing in their house. Not to mention everybody going around thinking that they're supposed to get a wonderful gift for being evil as hell. So that's
when I was younger, my father, right, when the family would come together for these certain holidays, I remember him always saying, making a deal with all his siblings. There's a bunch of them, sir, a bunch of them. Where he make a deal, nobody drink while we together. Drink after. Let's do this. And I remember him always saying that, and used to wonder why at first, but lo and behold, all the aunts, uncles, and grand aunts is drunk and arguing and wanting to kill each other.
That's it.
Just decided he ain't doing it no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
God, you know, told me a lesson. I used to try to wonder, like, what's wrong with the family? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can't. He said, "Don't drink." They come drunk and from the door.
Right. They ain't paying him no mind.
Whole ass piss in front of everybody. It's a whole mess. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And listen, and telling them to not drink is damn near telling them don't come.
Yes,
because they can't be in the room with their siblings without being high and drunk. You know what I mean? So show you how, you know, it's so against our spirit.
Yeah.
You want to see some coming together. Come to that Passover.
That's it.
Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Right.
Like you about to see some brothers and sisters come together in some harmony and look beautiful doing it and eat good doing it.
Right.
Man.
Like all them things you wish your family was when you got miserable families and dysfunctional families, and I wish my family was like this. I wish we can come together. You ain't gonna get it unless you're in the I.S.U.P.K. That's just the truth.
Right.
That's where you gonna find all that at. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, that's so the truth. That's so the truth. You know what I mean? And that's why that Passover, once again, April 14th, Cocoa Beach, Florida, it's on. It's gonna be rocking like you ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Kahan today. Them hotel rooms is blowing out the water. You can go on the website now, ISUPK.com, and check and pay your Passover, and you can pay your hotel. Because them rooms almost sold out in 2 weeks. So we adding the other hotels. We adding 2 more hotels now. That's how fast those rooms sold. I couldn't believe it. I guess the convenience also helped. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So thank the Most High, man, that He has shined on the ISUPK. We the home of the truth, Doc. You can tie.
That's right, gentlemen. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like you can try not to authenticate us. I heard there's few out there trying not to authenticate us. You can say what you want. I sat in them wooden chairs with I.S.U.P.K, okay? Sat in them wooden chairs with I.S.U.P.K, and I did the job necessary to be in the seat that I'm in. I worked hard, man. Tooth and nail.
Damn
you know
right.
I mean? I don't work as hard now. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm old as Methuselah at this point. You know what I'm saying?
We got you back anyway.
Ozine Christ, damn right. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, I sat in them wooden chairs, brother. I worked the work. So we won. I'm one West, so we won West.
Damn
I
right.
ain't never left one West, so we all ain't never left one West.
That's right, gentlemen.
We are one West.
That's it.
You understand? You mean? Half the talkers talking that came up under me.
Yeah.
You mean? Ungrateful children. Half of you with your mouth open out there trying to discredit the ISUPK. You understand? And let's be clear, the Lord got one house.
Yes.
Don't have a million houses. He got one house. And that's the ISUPK, and has always been the ISUPK.
That's right.
How you gonna break off from us and act like the Lord got many houses when you a break off from us?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
This is the authentic authority of the Most High in Christ since 1969. This is the ISUPK. I hold that authority, and the men under me hold that authority underneath me, man. You can't deny it. You can't dispute it. You can't say it's no other way. The record shows for itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
when
right.
we get down there April 14th in Cocoa Beach, Florida, you will understand that the Most High has been with this ISUPK since the beginning. You understand? And here we are continuing on in the original ISUPK at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? You know how many times I ran up and down them steps, man? You know what I mean? Going up and down them steps at 1 West, you gonna tell me I'm not 1 West? You gonna tell me that? You know how many times I sat on that radiator? How many Negroes I had to throw down them damn stairs? That's right. You understand? Trying to violate, disrespect. You understand? The truth of the Most High. And you're gonna try to unauthenticate the ISUPK. Shame on you, man.
That's right.
Shame on you, man.
Damn
Those
right,
of you out
sir.
there that will take that spirit. And you don't see the work we do. Christ said this: if you don't believe me, at least believe the works that I do. Look at the works that's going on here in the ISUPK. Look at the great stuff we done added. You know what I mean? Look at the champions: General Muhammad, General Mayat, General Hod, General Shalmar, General Q, General Katham. What about the works that they doing? And General Yahanna too. Don't count me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't dismiss this body. This is the place of the truth. We brought it to you, man. And we're going to bring it to many, many more. And, you know, and you always bring this out, Muhammad, about how in the year 2000, if the Lord had ended it, look at how many brothers and sisters woke up since then. Like, we done got some more time, and y'all done woke up thousands upon thousands more brothers and sisters in this truth, man. And with the time we have left, we're going to do even more.
That's right, sir.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right, gentlemen.
You know what I mean?
Damn right, sir.
God, matter of fact, that's me in the room right there with that tam on. That old Benjamite green, that's me right there in the corner, right there. One West. Well, now deny that.
Receipt, sir.
Look at that Benjamite tam right there. Now deny that. That's like you said, that's receipts right there. You don't see me underneath the teacher Ariel right there with the Benjamite yellow and green tam on. That's receipts right there, like you said.
And right, you know.
That can't be denied, brother. You understand? Like we full pedigree, just like Yahawashi handed it down to us. We are full pedigree, and that can't be denied, brother.
And
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, man. That's a badass outfit he got on too.
Oh my God, sir, it's like I'm sitting here thinking about how I can mimic that damn outfit.
I'm gonna hit you with something.
Sir, like, okay.
I'm gonna hit you with something. You gotta call up Captain Tazariak. Captain Tazariak had on one of these outfits the other day in blue and I think it was blue and silver.
Yes, he did.
It was smoking.
Most high
It was whoever made that definitely stuck their eyes into the past and pulled that joint back from the past. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, he definitely. I think he named the sister that did it too.
He did.
I think he named the sister. Yep. Sure. I watered them plants. I taught on that podium, man. I used to pull them curtains back and teach in that class way back in the day. We won West, man. Who you think we are, man?
That's right, sir.
That's Shaw. That was Shaw that passed him just now, coming in behind him. I believe it was Shaw. Yep, that was Shaw. That's Shaw right there, Chief Ed Priest Shaw. Coming in behind him, man. Don't act like we ain't the legit. Shoot. Legit as we could be. The brother with the red Mitri, he's in he with Barack in them. He's still with him to this day. You know, man. God, please. We used to do it. And still doing it. You can't listen, Mom. They can talk.
Hell no.
They can't deny my pedigree, baby. You can say what you want to say. And I damn near look the same. No, let me stop.
That's right, General. I'm telling you, right there. Look at the General.
Look exactly the same.
That pedigree, baby.
The same.
That's how profile ain't changed, sir.
And let me tell you something else too. That front row was the higher rank. The reason you see my face right there is because I held the highest rank.
That's right.
That's why I'm sitting in the front row. All the way to the left. Don't even try it. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm trying to say we got the authentic One West, man. Come on, man.
Damn right.
And if I can say, it was such an honor. I know you used to bring me and General Muhammad down to them Passovers back in them days. You know what I'm saying? All y'all great brothers, you know what I'm saying? Great teachers. You know what I'm saying? Raising us up. It was an honor, you know what I'm saying?
Most High in Christ, the honor is mine, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. No sweat. So you told me something.
Say again, General?
No, I was saying, sir, you told me something a while ago about, you know, what your mission is and what you got to do. And how you said, Haas, you gonna see me saying things that, you know, may seem a little bit puffed up, but I got to do it. He said, this is why I got to do it, Haas. Because evil, wicked niggas, you know what I mean, will try to pump themselves up and lead the flock astray with their lies and their evilness going on. And I got to stop that. I got to stop that onslaught. So what you're saying is correct in what you're doing. So your pedigree is untouched because it's valid. Everybody knows it's valid. You know what I mean? And why he doing it for everybody is because so you don't follow them evil, wicked dummies out there with all that false garbage going on out there. So you have a shot of the truth like he had a shot of the truth, and he listened and took it, and look what we have done. Now, you think about what Commander GEN.YAHANNA has done from the time he came in there as a kid, a young boy at 17 to right now. What could you do for the truth? How can you act up in here, man? How many of those people can you save up in here? You ain't got no excuse. You got the perfect example right there, Commander GEN.YAHANNA. He did it. And telling you how to do it. Instilling it inside of you. You understand? And he's fighting all the evil that's come up against the nation of Israel. Whether it's the heathens or Israelites with their false doctrines, man. You can't go hide behind them false philosophies, man. You can't run from what is established in the earth.
Hey, Most High crack the water for the kind words, high. But if I could, it was General Muhammad and General Mayat that came to my rescue and said, "Look, man, you can't let nobody else shine over you." Muhammad told me specifically, he said, "Look, man, you got to be, if you don't shine, somebody else will shine." Because he could tell, he saw it in me. I wasn't trying to do that, but he could tell, Mayak as well. And it was like, you got to, you got to go on and be out there. And that's why I started being that way, because I knew that they was right, because everybody was doing that stupid nonsense. Yeah. And because of it, you understand, we had a ton of unauthorized people help destroy tried to destroy this school. But the sincere, righteous brothers in this truth, man, and yourself included, General Haas, man, make no mistake, you was back there with us as well and had to deal with that nonsense as well. So I'm not denying you and none of the other generals, but because of all of that, because of y'all strength is why we here right now. You know what I'm saying? Because of your strength. You know what I mean? If not, you know what I'm saying, I would have surely failed, without a doubt. I would have failed this mission that was my heart's desire. But because of y'all strength is the reason why this mission did not fail.
That's
we
right.
was able to maintain this truth and continue with this truth, regardless of how many people twisted and turned and tried to lie on it and all that. And for that, brother, we have no reason to apologize. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, bro.
We have no reason to apologize, man. And dare any man try to deny our authentication in this. Our pedigree is recognized by the Most High Power.
That's
you understand? Con, there it is. Back in the day, I still got the precept book. That's an old school 12 tribe sign right there, right?
You're right, sir.
Con. So, you know what I mean? So I said, I don't want to get on me too much longer, but I appreciate it. And because I know that the Miles was out there trying to talk and shame us and blah, blah, blah. So I just wanted to let them know what it was. You know what I mean? So
that's right, General.
Damn right.
So what?
Too high, where, everybody was trying to get a name for themselves. All the Christian Israelites, which would have messed the nation up. So again, I remember Muhammad talking about it with the general, and it was definitely the right thing to do for you to step out there and put your name out there, General. Although Gen.YAHANNA, Commander Gen.YAHANNA, about the best brother I've ever known. As a young man, the generals under him used to talk about him, like he was the best brother in the world. And humble, and you know what I'm saying, and knew it was his duty to put himself out there, or else the wolves would have got the sheep. You know what I'm saying?
God, listen, I was hesitant, and Muhammad hit me with the scripture where Paul said, "You make me a fool in boasting." You remember that, Muhammad? He hit me that shit right on Spruce Street. We sitting on the step. He popped that scripture open. I said, "Damn." And Paul said it. He was like, "You make me a fool in boasting," because he wasn't trying to boast, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, we offer that, man. I just wanted to clear it up with all them fake Israelites just talking that nonsense. And listen, and talking that nonsense instead of recognizing that the Spirit of the Lord is in the UPK and coming into the body. Like by now, it's clear to everybody that the ISUPK is where the truth is at. Everybody's supposed to come up in here, man. And if you ain't out there in Cocoa Beach on April 14th, you just ain't willing to man up, man. Recognize real. You could never work with nobody, because if you don't recognize, if you are claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite and you don't recognize the ISUPK and you ain't standing with us, then you can't stand with nobody, because we the realists in the game, and you can't stand with us. You can't stand with us because you got demons on you, man, of vanity and selfishness. And that's why you can't stand with us. You understand? But you should check yourself and come out of them spirits and come into this body, man, because we doing it so right. We doing it so right. And expanding and growing and walking this walk with the Most High. You groups out there, you should take notice. It's about that time. We in 2022, coming up on 2022, is about time y'all stop playing out there, knowing what it is. If not, stay out there and watch the Most High deal with you in that respective man. I'm saying to you out of brotherhood, get your ass down there April 14th. You understand? And stand up in the brotherhood. Some of you, man, is just set on being evil against your brothers. Do what you're supposed to do. So I'm done with it, y'all. Salaki.
No, I'm gonna come.
That's right. Please are.
Bridgeport woman found dead in apartment after meeting older white man on Bumble.
If I could. What is Bumble?
It's like a dating app, like one of them dating apps.
Got you.
Like they got another one I think called Tinder.
Okay, I heard it.
I was just reading up on them where they get on there, and I guess that's how you meet people. Or some of them they call them hookups, where really you just get with the person to have sex. And then damn near is a way for men and women to not have to pay a prostitute. You just get up on there and you find a hoe that's willing to just have sex with you, and then you just so-called hook up with her and go have sex.
But now, if I could, I was going to ask the young brothers, how is this different than Facebook? Like, meaning, okay, I see they got the websites like for meeting people, but how is it different than Facebook where you meet somebody on Facebook as well? Anyone? Go
Come on, you guys, break it down.
Just tell them. I don't want to tell you that you know all about it.
When I'm on Bumble, right?
Go ahead, break it down. Ooh, wee. About black, what?
Wait, you got to turn his mic on. He got to turn his microphone on.
Yeah, if I could, sir. You know, Bumble, sites like Bumble and Tinder, you know, and Black and some other websites like that are a little bit different than Facebook. Like Facebook has its own dating, but it's more efficient to meet a whore, you know what I mean, on Bumble or Tinder, because if you go on a Tinder or Bumble website on her profile, she has her OnlyFans. She's telling you what she's about. You know what I mean? It's easier.
But now, doesn't Facebook have, you know, she's married, she's single, her likes? Don't they have a whole profile on Facebook?
So
what's the difference between that and a website specifically to meet a woman?
It's a lot easier on those other websites besides Facebook. It's a lot of other factors that go on with Facebook.
Like what?
Well, it depends. So, you know, a lot of sisters, you know what I mean, may not put out and advertise themselves as being whores on Facebook. That's why you have Instagram and Twitter, and then you go into the dating sites like Tinder and Bumble, where they can advertise it more freely. Like I'll give you an example if I may, sir. There are sisters that I've slaved with, and on their Facebook, you think these are, you know, honest working sisters. But then if you see they Tinder or they Bumble, you're like, hold on, this is the real Andrea right here.
Okay. I a little more about my. Okay, so on Facebook, is it because Facebook might be seen by her job or family, but whoever is on this website is there for the same thing?
Like Facebook is cleaner, maybe.
Oh, is that it? So she can, in essence, because of course on Facebook you can have a lewd picture, right? You can have a picture that's you know, erotic and lewd, and you can say, you know, I'm single. But you're saying on those other ones, the people that are there for the same thing, so you can be more free.
Right.
They're there for the same thing, sir.
So you can be just straight up whatever on that. On Facebook, you gotta hide it. But on Tinder and Bumblebee, you can just straight out say, look, listen, $20.
Most likely
some chicken and grape juice.
Because Big Mama might see your Facebook, you know, auntie, but they ain't on Tinder, I guess. You know.
So is it about the people that are? Is it like a process to get on there that weeds out whoever is not here for sex?
Oh, sir. It's not really a process, but you know, like what General Young was saying, most of them advertise. It's $40, sir. Select.
Damn. That's that Biden. Thank you, Biden. That's that Biden. That inflation, sir.
Haas was behind the times. Huh? Haas, you had old school crackhead example. They done came up since then. Yeah, man. Gross national product of illegal coochie has gone up. That's crazy.
So this story is about a woman who went on these sites, a prostitute in essence, right?
Sir. I believe she was a prostitute.
So so it ain't just prostitution, and it's people trying to meet each other for just regular sex.
It's about 70-30. 70% prostitutes, 30%, some sisters actually looking for a good brother.
You kidding me?
But it's about 70% prostitutes.
So what if I had fried chicken and grape juice? Grape soda. fried chicken and grape soda ain't gonna work no more?
No, that doesn't work out. They gotta be on that crack from the 80s.
If I may, it was an instance. I'm not sure if we did the story, but I believe an officer in the car talked about it in one of his classes. There was a sister that and I lied to you not. Like our General Haza Young brought up the grape juice and the soda. There was a sister that was so upset and was like, "Well, you didn't pay me the $40." So the brother ended up paying her like his mother's meatloaf. Like, so they still out here for food. You know what I mean? They
end up paying her what?
In home cooked foods or meatloaf.
Damn.
Okay, because I thought, what about Jewish singles, Christian singles? What about all those things? Those are not prostitution sites, are they?
I.S.U.P.K, but they on there.
Damn.
It's a specific.
Go on, you diet.
It's a specific one, sir, called Upward. Where Upward is like for the Christian sisters. And there are some of the nastiest sisters on that site. Like I had a brother call me, sir, and say, "Damn, obviously, I thought I was going to find a good sister on there." I was like, you went on a Christian dating site.
Damn, you should.
It's rough, General.
So this woman went on there and just met a white man to have sex with him.
Connor Wakanda.
And he killed her.
Connor Wakanda. And Bumble is more of a professional, but that's more for the professional sisters who have, you know what I mean?
So she has money, and she's trying to meet a white man with money in this case. Oh, Bumble. Okay, I got you. That's it, sir. Salakia.
Amazing. Amazing. She ended up dead, which would obviously make sense. And it really showed me something in that, because I was wondering with all the pandemic, how were they soliciting the usual prostitution? And now I see how they doing it. They doing it through these apps, which also lets you know that Facebook, that metaverse,
oh boy,
they're gonna be raping and murdering in the metaverse. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna do the same wicked ass thing. So now I see, because I was wondering how is all the lewdness being able to be continued without them being on the street. I suspect the same is probably going on for illegal drugs, because I don't see a ton of drug dealers on the corner too much either.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So they must have some kind of app as well. They hooking up on to sell their drugs and all of that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking today, sir, with the murder rate in New York,
right?
Really, you would think you would see crews on the corners sitting on everybody's step.
Right.
Car. The murders are like 5 times. They're worse than what they were in the 80s. And in the 80s, everyone was outside all the time.
That's true.
On your step. Like you couldn't go in the house. You had to walk over them because they were on your step.
That's right.
But now there's no one outside, but the murders are 5 times what they were back then. And that makes sense. They're just selling drugs online, I guess. I would assume.
Wow. That's a hustle.
All right.
So lesson learned. Don't go getting up on that damn Tinder.
That's it.
Whatever that thing is, that Bumble. I mean, the mites on there looking to kill black people. Is that her?
Connor Wakanda, that's her, sir.
Damn, she's dead. Up there trying to date an Edomite. So that's it.
Let's do the Big Sean story after this one.
Big Sean calls black woman the closest thing to God, but social media users beg to differ, judging by his dating history.
If I could, sir, Captain Ariel just sent me a text that said the dating apps link you with people who you are interested in. So he's an expert on that whole thing. Moving on.
Stop the Ariel to the butt.
It was all about it. Okay, now he confused me again. I don't want to harp on this, but doesn't Facebook tell you who likes you? With the whole,
But I think the Facebook friends are just is too broad.
Okay,
like you can't even though it's online and anybody could see it, you can't hoe on a broad platform like Facebook with too many friends and too much going on. I think that's why we don't be knowing the names of them. Like, I never heard of this Bumble before the article.
I never heard of it either.
You know what I mean? And it's probably because they don't need the app out there all that much where everybody's on there and it being an actual social place. They need it to be a hoeing place, not a social, you know what I'm saying?
Where it don't pop up on everybody's platform.
Right. And it's not so much involved in other issues.
Is this one of those ones where you push it if you attracted to them? Like, when you swipe left or swipe right? So in essence, you know, I like you, I like you, I like you, I don't like you. And so everybody on this list, you know, already likes you. Is that what Ariana was trying to say?
Yeah, if I may, sir, that's exactly how it is. And there's something else too. I forgot to mention on why Facebook is not adequate for that. There's something else that they have on these websites called a sneaky link.
A sneaky link?
If you click on that sneaky link, everything you need to know about her is going to pop up. You're going to get her OnlyFans. You're going to get her other websites. You're going to get how you can meet up with her, how much you have to pay and subscribe. And that's mainly on all of their profiles if you swipe left or swipe right. And it's mainly on their bios, sir.
So
you can't put that on.
Are they only for men? Do only women have sneaky links?
You got some nasty brothers that got sneaky links.
For women to see. But then what the hell would he be putting on that? All right. I don't know, sir.
I don't get it. I don't get that.
They beautiful, Jenna.
I don't know.
I don't get that.
Metrosexual still here, huh?
Oh, Lord.
Say again?
I think that metrosexual stuff still going on.
God, there's probably so much of that.
Well, that sister got killed on it. And so I believe there's another story. Go ahead.
God.
Big Sean calls black woman the closest thing to God, but social media users beg to differ, judging by his dating history.
Go ahead.
Big Sean is facing some serious backlash online after he made a few comments about black women in a recent interview.
What did he say? Did he tried to make her a god?
He tried to give him a super overboard compliment. But when they go on his social media profile, they see he only dates white women and Chinese women.
Damn.
So they're trying to reconcile the two.
Damn.
The brother's pulling it up now.
Okay. That's crazy. And this brother is famous. Who is this brother?
You die.
Yeah, if I can, sir, it's Big Sean. He's a rapper, and you know he's basically reiterating something that all the conscious Negroes do, saying the black woman is God. But Instagram and Twitter got on this case real quick. It's like, oh, we only see you with the oppressor's daughter and see you with Moab. That's all you really see him with.
Let me tell you that I pray that things like this mean we're closer to the end, because finally people are seeing what you have been seeing for years and taught us. If there is a white woman in your bed, you don't love your women.
Yes.
White women. Whoever is in your bed is the person you love. That kind of person. Because it's the only time you choose a woman. You don't choose your mother.
Right.
Your aunties. You don't choose those people. You choose a wife. That's who you're choosing. You choose who you have sex with. And if you choose a white woman, that's who you love. You don't love black and Hispanic women.
That's right.
Whenever you're ready. That's the story. So that was, you got pictures of him with the women he chooses? So Commander GEN.YAHANNA can see Big Sean.
Yeah.
That's him right there. And if you could just think like this makes life simple. Big Sean does not love black people. Kanye West does not love black women.
That's right.
Right? O.J. Simpson does not love black women, black people. Tiger Woods does not love black women. And you can just keep going. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. The ones that are able to just capitalize on blackness. But they themselves could give a damn about anything. Matter of fact, probably hate black people.
Please. They can't stand them. They want white women because they hate black women.
That's right.
They were exposed to a mother and a sister growing up.
Yeah.
And they want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
They can't stand it. And when they go to choose a woman, they want someone that is nothing like their mother. And they want to make her rich. They want to make, they grew up with a poor black woman as a mother who struggled by herself. And when they get money, they want to give that money to someone who does not resemble their mother at all, and who's not struggling at all, and they don't love black women. Polite was another one. He was He was the black woman is God. That whole debate with Captain Desire. Yep. Black woman is God. The black woman is God, and of course he has sex with white women because that is actually who he loves. It's a lot.
Listen, Jenna, if I could, I know it's I ain't gonna say no names, but I noticed, somebody that had some sons, but she was always a monster to, the kids' fathers. And the oldest kid grew up and said, I'm not gonna date no black woman because of how you acted, Mom. Like, the way you treated our fathers was ridiculous. And because of that, I look at all black women different, and I want to be with them. I'm gonna find me somebody that's not a black race, so I got to deal with how you dealt with the men in your life and what we saw growing up.
That's crazy.
And of course, just to blow you brothers' minds, when you go get with a white woman, she is going to beat you with a golf club. She is going to divorce you. She's going to put you on child support. Yep. I don't know if you know, but white women also put people on child support.
Yeah.
And
they hire the best attorneys, Salakia.
Oh, they ain't gonna hire, they ain't gonna do the case themselves. Yeah. They're gonna get the best attorney and put you on child support. And they're white women, and they also beat you and fight you and make scenes out in front of your job. White women do all of that because they're women.
They're the only ones cutting off the rods.
Oh my Lord, how did I forget?
Yeah.
How did I forget, sir?
You're
and
right.
the white woman is the only woman in history recorded that has actually cut off a man's penis. Cut off John Wayne Bobbitt. She cut off his penis. She was white. She was not Keisha or Taisha with a bad attitude. She was a white woman, and she cut her man's penis off and threw it out the window while he was asleep. The police out there outside of the window combing the damn ground for his penis. Somebody found it, put it in a cup of ice that he had, a cup of ice in his damn cop car, raced the damn penis down to the hospital to sew it back on. Now, that happened.
That's true.
Right, because it's a myth that white women are more submissive. That's a myth. That's not true. It's a myth that they don't fight you. White women fight you and kill you and stab you and cut you and shoot you, especially if they're cops. They all do it. All of them do it.
And quick to call the cops on you. Quicker than a black woman. They're going to call 911 quickly.
Quicker than a black woman. And when the cops come, she is going to use the race card to get the cops to put you in jail. Or shoot you. Or shoot you. They are more violent than black and Hispanic women.
Yeah.
Right? They're more violent, more irrational, more cutthroat, more merciless than any black or Hispanic woman could ever be. So then the real reason that you're dating them is just hatred of your mother.
Yep.
That's it. You just hate your mom, and hate your father, and hate yourself. And this is a way to insult your family.
Yep.
Salakia, sir.
Yep.
I don't think he can hear us. Oh, he can't hear us.
Oh, give it up. Give it up. I can hear you. I can hear y'all. Y'all couldn't hear me for a second. Damn right. All right. Where we going next, y'all?
Kim Potter found guilty of manslaughter and Daunte Wright's death after mistake claim.
Daunte Wright's death, yeah. I mean, they dressed her up to look like somebody's grandmama. When she sat in that courthouse with that yellow on, she looked like somebody's grandmother.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when you look at her out in the street, she was a gun-toting, uniform-wearing gangster, man. You know what I mean? And just callously shot that boy to death. And if it was it's such a mistake, why don't these mistakes happen with white people? White people always in the cops. And yet they do not run into these kind of mistakes. They don't fire their gun thinking it was a taser. They don't do that. You know what I mean?
Because, we the sheep. And we the ones out there being preyed on, sir. I never forget the time when I was working in them streets of West Philly. And it was a couple of times where, I could have shot somebody and really got away with it. It would have been legal and everything. And I didn't pull the trigger. They started saying, man, you got to stop playing with these cats out here, man. You got to stop pulling that trigger, man. Like, stop what you're doing, man. Stop playing, man. You want to give everybody a damn chance. Somebody going to shoot you. I said, well, listen, man, I did what I did because I didn't feel like I had to. That is it. Like, a lot of the time, they look at you as like, like you are prey out there. I mean, you are prey out there. And they got mad at me because I would not pull the trigger. I mean, I would not. I did. And listen, it got to the point, it was so hard how they was coming at me. One day I came in early, and of course, this was before I met you, sir. Met Commander General, met you and General Hyman, General Yacht. So I came into the gig early, and I went to the office of my SWAT commander. I said, I got to talk. He said, what's up? And I explained everything to him. He gave me his scenario, what he'd been through. He said, you got to do what's right for you and safe for you in the streets. Don't worry about what nobody's saying. But it was coming at me like a wave. Like, you playing out here. You ain't getting nobody a break. And I still kept on giving people a break. You know what I mean? It really hit hard when you said they're your brothers. You know what I mean? They're your brothers, Haas, but, take care of yourself, but they're your brothers. And from then on, it was just even more of a break, where I could have, I would have beat, anything happened, it would have been lawful, it would have been good, it would have been a good shoot. And I just did not pull the trigger. Just didn't. You know what I mean? It's like Most High in Christ. They look at them as prey, like you the prey. And, that's really real. That ain't just us talking. It's real. And I'm telling you, I did it. I did it for years and was good at it. It's real. You are the prey. Because on the flip side, we had it to where we dealt with some cats that was the oppressor's sons. They wasn't the prey like that. You understand? It wasn't the prey. But we are the prey. You know what I mean? She was able to do that because she knew who she was hunting down. You know what I mean? It is that she was just a messed up whatever. Yeah.
And being a training officer. How you gonna be a training officer, man? And you out with a student and you don't know the difference between your gun and a taser. That's BS, man.
So I'm gonna tell you, sir, Salah, it's easy. I don't work with cats doing it. Some cats, some cats been on that gig for a long time, and you can't really give them anything else. So they figure the only thing you can give them is that training thing. Like, how can you mess that up? Write this here. Don't do this here. Don't do that there. Like, it's just, it's just for people who just, ain't really all that swift. And she's been there for a long time. She's been an officer for a while. So they had to give her something or pull her aside.
And I pray that this is a sign of the coming of Christ. Because a story like this woman would never get convicted. She almost didn't get fired.
Right.
And so I pray that this means that we are closer to the end, because cops would never get convicted for something like this. Once again, even this very cop.
That's right.
They tried not to even fire her. He resigned.
Yeah.
Fired. So maybe it means something. However, this is my concern and worry, is that stories like this and convictions like this will just cause the police to go on strike while they're still getting paid. So the crime rate will skyrocket because this will anger police, and they'll just not arrest people or just not do anything. They'll not. We can't pull over people because of air fresheners. We're not pulling over anybody, even though we see a foot hanging out the trunk. We're just going to ignore it. And before you know it, crime gets ridiculous. And then everyone says, please pull the people over. Please. I don't care if you shoot them sometime. People will beg for more strict policing once the crime gets so much. I'm watching the news brother. the news looks like I'm looking out my window.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know every place on the news.
Yeah.
Like somebody got carjacked at my gas station and robbed where I wash my car and killed over there in that restaurant I go to. Now, enough of that. People will say, kill black people if you got to kill a couple. You know, like kind of the premise, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
God.
You got to kill some of them, fine. But please stop this crime because it's on my front doorstep. And so even though I'm shocked that they convicted this woman, but I do fear that it will anger the police and cause them not to do their job even worse than they're already not doing it.
Like what's going on in Philly, all the homicide rate and all the crime rate, they just carjacked the damn councilwoman in Philly.
Yeah.
And
At the park, I take my kids
you know what I'm
to.
saying?
That is the
Man.
that I take my kids. That's the park Tyler Ward takes his kids to. That park right there. And they carjacked a congresswoman there.
Wow. Wow.
Cut him.
So
I know first coming on, sir. First coming on. And I was young and I was a little gung ho, and when the old guys were like, they ain't want to do nothing. They had roll call. I come outside. They be like, yo, ain't nothing going on tonight. I'm like, huh? No. You understand what I'm saying, right? And I look at him, and then one guy said this cat was a little off the rocker, but he was straight to the point. He said, man, go find a corner and sit your ass in the corner all night. Just answer the call. Don't start nothing. And I'm like, damn, ain't that something?
So
you know what I mean? That's how I do.
That.
That's how I do.
And so that they'll get upset about these convictions,
right?
And they'll just sit there and do nothing. If you're getting raped in front of them, they'll pull off.
Damn.
And that's that.
Yeah.
That was it, please.
Right. And I know y'all heard about in California that they're not arresting anybody who steals anything under $1,000, right?
I heard.
Wow.
And they rolling. If you can pull up the footage, they walking into the CVS and the Rite Aid and filling up suitcases full of stuff and just walking out. And the employees can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's how this usually goes. Any little small victory by the oppressed just causes the oppressor to do something to make you beg for oppression.
Yeah.
And before you know it, people will beg for police. They'll beg for them. And we all lived through the 80s when black people were begging to be oppressed, begging for police intervention, begging for police to do something like that crime bill that Joe Biden signed that was so terrible. If you want to shock yourself one time, go ask Alexa how many of the Congressional Black Caucus voted for that crime bill. Now, when she says all of them, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. Every last one of them supported Joe Biden's crime bill because black people were begging for the police to do something. Begging. And it looks like that's where it will go again because of convictions like this one, sir.
That's heavy, brother. And thanks be to the Lord, she is gone.
Shalom.
Took that young brother's life like that. You know what I mean?
So they shopping.
Go ahead, Jim.
The video, they in there shopping like Muhammad just brought out, filling up bags of items and walking right out.
And walking right out. Popo ain't coming or nothing. And the employees mad as hell.
And nobody's stupid. Like nobody who's been to Harvard and works in Sacramento is dumb. They know what this will do.
Right.
They know this is going to make everyone say, come on, police, please do whatever you want. Take whatever you want. Kill a couple of them. Kill 1 out of 10 and we ain't going to be mad at you. And they're not going to care what the police do in California like they haven't for so many years.
Right.
California cops used to just vaunt how rough they were.
Yeah.
How they were going to beat the hell out of you, beat you to death, that crash unit, and beat you. And everybody, they were celebrated in movies.
Yeah.
And it's going to go back to that. Yeah. And they know that's why they passing this law. That's the point. To have videos like this, to put this on everybody's mind and to have you beg to be oppressed. Salakia, sir.
Look how they that is one hell of a suitcase. Look, the employee tried to snatch one bag out of his hand.
You want to play it? You want to play the story, sir?
Yeah, we can play it.
Go ahead, rock it out. Please.
This chain here to be targeted by those brazen thieves, the suspects walking in and simply loading up bags of goods and walking out.
That looks great. Hold on.
Dropping hangers as they make off with their illegal haul. This viral video of another brazen heist is the latest in a growing rash of retail robberies.
It's pretty scary. It's scary because they're just so brazen now, and they're just, it's things that I've never seen in my life before. And it's really, times are changing.
Employees and customers simply watch in disbelief. Too dangerous to try to stop the suspects. A Rite Aid clerk in Glassell Park lost his life, shot and killed by two thieves.
Organized crime retail theft has become a $30 billion criminal industry that often uses the illicit proceeds that they get from that to fund other crimes.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom signing a bill targeting the rising retail thefts by organized gangs. The law extending the CHP's Retail Crime Task Force.
Millions of dollars was put in the budget to support these efforts in anticipation of the success of this legislative effort. And those dollars codified, and those dollars now are available.
Police and retailers blaming the state's lax penalties for the surging smash and grab crimes. Opponents of the governor, who is facing a recall election, taking aim at his record on crime.
Thieves are robbing stores without consequence. People are getting mugged on the streets, and murders are at a 13-year high. What has Gavin Newsom done about it?
Overtime out the
He
door.
supported decriminalizing theft.
The CHP says they also need the public's help targeting these retail robbers. They've set up a link on their website to report the crimes.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Make some money.
Them boo cops about to hit the hood.
That's Chip. That's
Here they
California
come.
Highway Patrol.
Mhm.
And they gonna
That's
come.
horrible.
Whoa.
That's a
Beat
That's
that.
a horrible situation.
Mhm.
That's hell on wheels. And I heard, speaking of the highway, I heard that they were jacking people on the highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
They pull 4 or 5 cars up, slow all the traffic down, jump out, and start robbing everybody.
People gonna beg. They're gonna beg for cops. They're gonna beg them. Beg them to beat me, beat my community. But come on my block and put a car at the end of my block and beat my son and pull him over. They're gonna ask for it, and they do this about every 30 years.
Wow.
30 years, like they get people get angry at the cops pull back and just let crime destroy you, and then everyone begs the cops to come back, and here we go over and over and over again. Now I pray it'll change, because that devil deserved to go to jail for killing that brother. Okay, but once again, I've seen this before. It looks familiar. So luck yourself.
Damn right.
Damn right.
Okay. We got room for one more?
Come.
Yes, sir.
Honorable Khan. Coroner IDs girl killed by police in Los Angeles shooting. The coroner.
Go ahead, Iba.
The coroner's office has identified the 14-year-old girl who was fatally shot by Los Angeles police Thursday when officers fired on an assault suspect and a bullet went through the wall and struck the girl as she was in clothing store dressing room. Police also fatally shot the suspect Thursday morning at a Burlington store in the North Hollywood area of the San Fernando Valley, police said. The Los Angeles County coroner identified the girl as Valentina Orleana Peralta and the suspect as Daniel Elena Lopez, 24. Online coroner records show their autopsies have been completed and their causes of death were both a gunshot wound to the chest. LAPD officers have shot at least 37 people, 17 of them fatally in 2021. After another police shooting occurred on Friday, according to the Los Angeles Times, those figures marked a dramatic rise in cases where officers shot or killed people in either of the last 2 years. 27 people were shot and 7 of them killed by LA police in all of 2020. In 2019, officers shot 26 people, killing 12. That's in the article.
And this is a cop that shot through the wall. Is this the one, sir, where he shot through the wall and just killed the girl in the dressing room?
Yeah. What happened is a brother was in there losing his mind. And he had grabbed one, and his brother had this big ass bike chain. I think we got footage. And he was beating the shit out of this Edomite with this bike chain, dragging her around. And he said he did it to a couple of women. So they went in there to go get him. But here's the problem. These idiots go in there to go get him, and they in there with AR-15s, walking through the store trying to track him down to hit him. So one of the deputies stepped into an aisle, stepped in front of an aisle, and he came shooting across, and the cat lit him up. The problem is 2 problems. One, the brother he didn't identify as the brother as having a firearm. So the brother was on the other end of the aisle. So now technically, according to the law, if you believe that the suspect is going to harm another civilian, then you have the right to use deadly force. So technically, he was right to use deadly force, but now it's under scrutiny simply because why did you use a rifle, you understand, and not consider the fact that you're going to shoot through the wall? Why didn't you just use a handgun? Go ahead. So that's basically what's going on with it. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Any more? Go ahead.
In the last week, LA officers have killed 4 people, including 2 men in separate incidents on Saturday, the newspaper reported.
And that LAPD, man, they aggressive as hell out there.
They sure are.
They are mad aggressive out there, man. And now this 14-year-old sister is gone because of it. You know what I mean? I mean, they was trying to get the suspect. He was bugging out. It's tragedy all the way around.
And I think, sir, with our oppressor, I mean, I know what he realizes, but I don't think that people that don't understand why blacks and Hispanics have such a terrible relationship with the cops.
Right.
They don't get that. Okay, when police are brutal and cruel and are criminals, then it creates an environment where you don't care about doing what police tell you to do because you look at them like they're villains.
Right.
Like it's like you oppress people. The minute the people that are supposed to be helping you begin to be criminals and villains themselves, then now society breaks down, because since no one honors them, then you don't have to listen to them because they are corrupt. Since they're corrupt, then you could just ignore everything that a cop says because he's a criminal himself. And that is why police brutality is so evil, because it breaks down the entire rule of law. Because a cop is supposed to be someone that is innocent, that does not commit crime. He's not supposed to be a criminal himself. But if a cop is a criminal, then it tells all of the other criminals, well, we have a free-for-all to do what we want, because even the cops are just like us. So then we're going to rob every store, do everything we want to do, because even the cops are corrupt. They have an obligation to be the one people walking up and down the street that you can trust are not crooks. Are not criminals. But you cannot, because in most cases, they're bigger criminals than the drug dealers and the gangbangers. So what does that tell the drug dealers and the gangbangers? We should get more crime. We should get more brazen. And that's what you're seeing right now in LA and in cities like Chicago, where they don't look at cops like these are the people trying to stop crime. They look at cops like these are criminals who don't get arrested when they commit crime. These are criminals who are protected by their job. So I should commit more crime. I can even be more vile because even the hero is vile. Even the hero is a criminal. And that's why, if I could, sir, what you do in the UPK is so important.
All right, sir.
Because in the Israelite school of UPK under command of General Yahanna, we are real heroes.
Right.
People that you can actually depend on to be pure and innocent. People that are not corrupt. People that will not compromise right and wrong to benefit themselves. So now you don't have to look to police officers because you can't, because they're corrupt. You can't look to preachers because they're child molesters. You can't look to school teachers because they're child molesters too. Who else? All of the people that you traditionally would look to look up to and to have your children look up to. You can't look up to them. The truth has shown you that. But you can look up to the priests and the Israelite school of UPK. Because in this school, we are real heroes. Salakia, sir.
Damn right. Damn right. Give it up.
And I realize, if I can, sir, that's why criminals, they hate the police with such a hatred. I used to wonder why the criminals mad at police when the police, they understand it's their job to stop criminals. But they hate these police. They wouldn't hate them as much if they were just doing their job and arresting criminals. But they hate them because they are worse criminals than them. But they can lock them up, but they can't do nothing to the police.
That's
what I'm saying? So that's where the hatred comes from. Like the general said, in here, you know what I'm saying? They can hate us all they want, but it ain't for the wrong. They hate us because we are right heroes that actually shine a light on the sin. So only this would hate us. You know,
get about it.
Yeah, get that up. That's tight. How you gonna expect the poor to do a damn thing? They in poverty. You know what I'm saying? To the 10th power. I'd like to know what the hell they gonna do in this poverty. Not a damn thing. You know, man. Not a damn thing. Hey, I want to invite everybody out there, man, to pay your tithes. Support this truth. ISUPK.com is the website. Support this truth, man. Strengthen us in the work that we're doing, man. Hey, look out for General Micah Allah in Boston. Is it Boston?
Get it
in Boston. That'll be coming up real soon. Again, General Muhammad will be in Arizona real soon, holding it down, getting it in. Okay. Get ready for this Passover. Let's do it big time. I want to thank the heavy hitters, General Muhammad, General Micah Allah, General Hazayan. Big shout out to you, Yediah, and your whole team. You and I, Bod, holding it down, man. Did a great job tonight. Lord allow, we'll also get Marab back. He's a little under the weather. Did I miss any other announcements? What else is going on?
Passover. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, I have something regards to the Passover, sir.
Okay.
If I may, Salakia. The Passover Children's Party. You know what I mean? You must reserve by February 1st and pay by March 1st. You know what I mean? It's the Passover Children's Party, which will be April 14th, 2022 at the Andrea Thrill Park at 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And you're going to contact Banab Shara. I'm going to put the rest of the information.
Do your thing online.
But that's about it, sir.
You got a fishing trip, Mayap? You want to
Con. Fishing trip. We still got seats left, man. They booking it up though. It's going to be a beautiful thing, a good event. That's Tuesday, April 12th. April 12th, 2022. We got to be there early. They pulling off at 8 in the morning and they getting back at 2 p.m. You understand? So it's about a 45-minute travel to the destination on the water. About 3-4 hours fishing, and then we heading back, man, catching them big red snappers, man. Them groupers, kingfish, some old fish called my. It's all clean.
That's the good stuff.
I never heard of it, but it's clean. I'm gonna eat it.
Delicious.
I'm gonna eat them. And I think they might fillet your fish too up on there. These
are you
gonna
big fry it back at the hotel?
You come. We're gonna get back. Wednesday is the fish fry.
Wednesday is the fish fry.
Come, we're gonna do the fish fry up.
Delicious.
It's gonna be the
hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce. Tartar sauce.
Homemade tartar.
You know what I'm saying? Lemon juice. You know what I'm saying?
That's good eating. That's good eating.
Good.
All right. With that, I'll see y'all next time live on the UPK, y'all. Shalom.
When you breaking all these things down to somebody and they refuse to pick up on it, what you do? That's why somebody said you find a fool. Let it be a good deal. In other words, then he came back and said, cast out your pearls before swine. They ain't talking about Esau now, they're talking about our people. Because the ones that don't want to listen, they're like a hawk. And if you casting your pearls before the swine, then after a while, you're going to be down there with them, and you're going to be tussling on the ground because they're going to be a fight, right? Yeah. Exactly. That's what Christ said, leave them alone. Cast not your pearls before swine, why? What's the rest of them?
And give not that which is holy unto dogs.
What's the rest of them?
That they trample them under their feet.
Okay.
Lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you.
Right. So if you stand around there trying to convince them and you see they ain't going, they arguing with you and all that, what's going to develop?
We're going to be fighting.
So when they start swinging at you, what you going to do? You going to stand there? Huh? So Christ said, rather than going through all them changes and letting it get to that point, you see the food step off from them. Take the dust of your feet.